afternoon. How are we doing? Good? Yes? All right. So I'm here to tell you a bit more about how to engineer your return on AI. Does it sometimes feel like 2023 was the first year of AI to you? No. Jokes aside, I believe 2023 was a cathartic moment for our industry as it has put AI at the forefront of every single top management and board of directors meeting out there, right? And it has proven how AI can drive business outcomes, but it has also put more pressure on the importance of delivering return on AI, right? Surveys show it over and over again. 80% of AI projects don't make it to production and don't deliver business outcomes. That said, McKinsey predicts that Gen AI alone is going to generate $4.4 trillion of value each year. Just to put things in perspective, I come from France. France GDP is $2.8 trillion, right? So that's more than France GDP every year, right? Gen AI will generate up to 70% additional value on top of traditional AI techniques. This is exciting, this is exhilarating. We've been talking about it, about the systemic changes it's going to bring to business models and the way we work, and not just AI workers. That said, it doesn't really change anything to the principles of value engineering, and which is what my team does every day. And we are very lucky that we spend time with you, customers and prospects, talking about the value of AI and the value of Dataiku. And our learnings is that data teams are usually very well versed in articulating how they're helping to drive operational efficiency at companies, what we call the platform value gains, how you're helping drive speed and agility, helping people spend less time on manual tasks, how you're helping drive stack efficiency, reducing the amount of glue related between different phases of the projects, and how improving compute, and last but not least, control, how you're helping mitigate the risks tied to scaling AI and all that good stuff. Where we see the data teams more challenged in general is fleshing out what are the use case value gains, how this technology suite is helping deliver use cases and impacting the bottom line and the top line of the company, increasing revenues, saving costs, improving customer or employee satisfaction. Now, my team, this is our raison d'etre, our reason of being. We help teams make the link between the work they're doing and the strategic priorities and the business outcomes that the company is looking for. Luke from Pelogis earlier shared in a very articulate way how every use case that is worked on at Pelogis is directly mapped to a strategic priority of the company. And that is one of the top tips that we give to our customers, right? How you do that. Data storytelling. Why is it important to master the art of data storytelling? Have you ever heard about the purple people? The concept of the purple people. Does that resonate? No? Well, purple people, purple is the combination of blue and red. If you put the technical people on the blue side and the business people on the red side and you merge blue and red, you get purple. One of our champions shared that concept a few weeks ago, and it really resonated with me. And what this person was trying to say is that there is a way of talking about data projects that makes it resonate better. And it's sometimes tempting when you're working on a data project to go into the intricacies of how the project had been built, which model, talking about random forest, LLM, RAG. Well, what happens? You may lose your business counterparts when you talk about it that way. Whereas if you focus on how your project is actually helping increase revenue, reduce churn, improve predictive maintenance, you're talking a language that everyone masters in the company and that can help you get more budget and by patience, sometimes with those business stakeholders that are not necessarily that patient and understand all the underlying infrastructure complexities. The second tip that we give is that this has a lot to do with change management. Raise your hands if this is one of your key concerns right now, how you're driving change management in your organization tied to AI. I see a few. Really? Only one hand? That's it? Wow, okay. So, at Dataiku, we say you've picked the right tech, Dataiku. Now the hardest part, which is getting the people on board and the process optimized, is the next journey. And how is value helping with that? Identifying those flagship use cases that drive tremendous value for your organization and getting your team members to master the skill of telling that story when they're pitching to an executive, to business leaders, really goes a long way. It goes a long way because you are proving the value, you're establishing the trust, and you're showing that, yes, you can get quick wins out of AI. Let me give you a few examples of how this can be done. I'll pick 3 out of the 6 that are here. The first one is NXP, one of our top customers, semiconductor industry, and they've used us to improve the way they do quality control. And that has helped save $1 million of material and engineering manufacturing costs, thanks to improved signal detection and replacing and increasing the amount of quality controls down the line. Another example, completely different industry, Levi's. And I know we have Youssef, who actually implemented that use case, right, back then. So Levi's has used Dataiku to build an ML-based recommendation engine, and as a result, has driven 42% of increase in e-commerce sales. Huge, huge result, right? And the last one is Sephora. Sephora, so again, shifting completely industries and in terms of applications, how Sephora has used Dataiku to improve their sales forecasting process and increase accuracy of sales forecasting by 15%. Material examples of how you can talk about business value and get your business stakeholders excited. I would now like to welcome Kelsey Miklos, who is our health and life science expert within our business solutions team. And Kelsey is going to share a bit more how her team has developed out-of-box business solutions to help you accelerate your time to value.
Thank you, Claire. Appreciate it. Yes, so as Claire had mentioned, we work closely with Claire's team from the business transformation aspect in what we're doing with business solutions. And you heard earlier today in one of the sessions, technology is the easy part, right? How do you actually get this return on your AI? And how do you put business value first into that situation? Dataiku as a platform, of course, has the technical capabilities as a platform to help accelerate that journey to value, right? Putting business outcomes, business value first, stakeholder alignment first, even perhaps before technology. Now we match that with the technical capabilities. Our team, the business solutions team, or Dataiku solutions team, is a component of that where we are building tangible assets geared specifically to high priority domain use cases, business functions, business personas, and outcomes to further accelerate that journey. This can be especially useful if you're looking at where to start, right? So we work with Claire's team in terms of looking at those cross-industry KPIs, knowing what the potential business value outcomes could be, and then delivering these accelerators either as plug-and-play applications to really get you going fast, or as templates that can be customized, implemented, and extended to meet your business needs. So the big thing about that is tangible assets that come delivered with that platform, because we see that commitment to not just the technology piece, but also to that purple people view of the business outcome piece. Specific to my industry, I lead our healthcare life sciences AI solutions team. We have 4 key priority industries that we work as cross-pollinating across those industries in terms of dedicated but also relevant solutions that tell that data story or even that AI story as you think of solutions or use cases that become connected. When it comes to healthcare and life sciences, we just heard from Mike with NVIDIA, the reverse of Moore's law. It's called Eroom's law. There's no area where it's further evident than in the complexity of developing new therapies and bringing those to market. So some of the solutions we have there are geared towards business outcomes of how to speed the development and the discovery of new therapeutics, how to improve the operations of our clinical operations and clinical trials, how do we actually bring quality manufacturing and resilient supply chains to this critical industry. And of course, as you bring a drug to market or a therapy or a medical device, how we are effectively engaging with the commercial healthcare market. And that includes with the context of therapeutic access equity and patient-first care, bringing in the specific industry domain challenges to those strategic business outcomes as we develop tactical, tangible, technical data product assets. And of course, there's the idea of just increasing operational efficiency across the business. And so these solutions that come packaged, we have over 30 solutions with the Dataiku platform, either in terms of those plug-and-play applications or geared towards the templates, are there to help that accelerate time to value. Building trust into AI, building stakeholder alignment, and allowing you to get started faster and put the investment that might be needed to match to that technical investment. Quick look at one of these solutions that we just recently built, clinical site intelligence. This is a perfect example. There are certain areas, there are certain personas where it's difficult to push the boundaries of predictive analytics, or especially Gen AI. Oops. Oh, started early. Anyway, so one of the solutions is looking at clinical site intelligence, where we can take data across all of the clinical trials and build these sponsor dashboards and these overviews, understanding what trials someone is running, what sites they're using, what are the social characteristics of the population surrounding in those sites. And as we design new trials, how can we actually improve a new protocol in terms of the sites that we might want to review, or augment an existing protocol. So here we're looking at how we have a specific criteria for patients to enroll in a clinical trial, what sites they're using. Perhaps we realize we need to add more sites to that. We can immediately look at similar studies and understand from similar studies with similar protocols what sites they're using. And we can go deeper into that of a complete comprehensive site overview of the historical performance of that site. And so that was very, very quick, and I didn't know the video had already started, but it's a very, very quick look at the business outcome, a workflow that is expected to be someone like a clinical data manager, a clinical operations lead, not the data scientist perhaps. That entire solution was actually leveraging study index similarity models. There could be a Gen AI aspect. It was also leveraging enrollment rate prediction. But that wasn't what was forefront. What was forefront is the business outcome of how you review new sites to make sure the clinical trial you execute is the best it can possibly be. So with that, I will hand it back over to Claire, but that was just a quick look at one of our solutions. We'll be down at the happy hour for further conversations.
Exactly, yes. Thank you so much. So indeed, if you would like to pursue this conversation on value engineering, on the business solutions, we're definitely here to talk more about you. And we would also like you to check out our latest AI and Us video series, where the marvelous Kelsey Miklos will again be there. Thank you.